Hello. So today I'm going to be walking you through a clay table, which I'm building out for someone right now, which is looking for YouTube channels and scraping hundreds and hundreds of them from a specific keyword and niche, going through and trying to find any emails related to that channel, be it personal or business, and then identifying if that channel is a personal or business channel as well, and getting all of the social medias related to this channel or person. So I have it here in front of me. I'm just going to walk through it. I've sent hundreds of thousands of cold emails and I built so many clay tables at this point. This is one of like a lot that I've built, so I'm just gonna get right into it. Pretty much, we need a basis of how to get these emails, right? Or just generally channel details. And I have this channel up here. I tried to record this a couple of times and I just kept like fucking up every time. So we're just gonna have it here, right? So you have like this person's channel and you have the about section, you have the links, and then you have most importantly this channel detail of viewing the email address saying I'm not a robot. So on this end, what I will say is this is some of the most high quality data like a person can get. And I will also reiterate that this is also like you can't really get past this captcha unless you build out an actual bot, and that is the idea behind the captcha, to stop people from scraping this, of course. So we will be doing everything to get this person's email without having to do this. So what I will describe to you now is all of the little skunky tactics that I will do. So there's two ways of getting a ton of YouTube channels to kind of base everything off. So if I go into ad, this is in clay.com, right? Clay has an option called search for YouTube videos or creators, right? And what you can do is you can do a search type, which is a video or a channel. You can enter a topic. So let's say whole email. You could do this for literally anything you want. The maximum results, you just set this to 300, which is the cap, which I will show you how to go past later. Um, Country of search is, let's say United States, whatever. And in language search, you definitely want English. Because I don't know if anybody else here does not speak English, but yeah. And then you just submit. And I don't know if this is going to complete by the end of the video, but like I'm just gonna like have this run, and as you can see, it'll create a new table, and it will go in search of a ton like of different channels on this front. So I've already done this, so you can like see what it kind of looks like. So if I come back to this initial page, we have the search for YouTube, and then all of these like URLs, and you're okay. So this is like the base premise. You've gotten some YouTube videos, right? I'm going to show you the other way of doing it, and then I'm going to go into how you scrape everything from it, because that's like a whole process in itself. And I have two different clay tables here. So the other way I would recommend doing it is running an Apify actor that can scrape for a specific keyword or search term. And with this, I'm going to pull down the blinds because my face is like so bright. Or it's still bright. Okay, let's get this lighting right. I like to. Right. Sorry. Back on topic. Pretty much, we have on Apify. So I spend a lot of money. I spend enough money on Apify, and this is the channel scraper that I would recommend using. So this is the fast YouTube channel scraper. It's $1 for 1,000 videos, which is like loads. Like it's literally loads. Or is it this one? Oh shoot. Sorry, that's for the other one. Yeah, okay. So we're using two different actors. I'm gonna go back to this one because I built this and there's a lot going on. So I'm gonna be honest, I got kind of confused, which is fine. So pretty much for this one, you can run this Apify actor, and this will give you all the details you need. And YouTube, and this is the channel scraper. This is the other one, and user scraper. So the fast YouTube channel scraper, right? This will give you all of the data necessary. So the channel info, URL, total number of subscribers, videos, creation date, etc. And the way you do this is you make an Apify account, right? And then you come into the JSON, and this JSON is like super, super important, right? It's like so important. And then hopefully this loads, which would be brilliant of you. So here we go. And what this will do is you give it a URL of a channel, and it will just go and scrape all of that data. So what this looks like in practice is we have, so if we come over to Clay, we have the base setup of all of the URLs. and we are going to put it through this Apify actor, where what it will do is it'll look something like this, right? I come open this Apify actor, and it will basically go through and it will scrape everything related to this channel. So if I open this up, let's just move my head. So all you do is you just copy and paste the JSON from here into this other one, right? So if I come back here, we just copy and pasted it in. You only need a max result of 1 because you're only looking to scrape for the details and not the videos. I do have like a big fuck off table that I built that scrapes all like it has like 2,000 videos of all cold email lead gen related, and I fucked it into an AI agent, and it has like all the comments, all the posts. It's insane. If you guys want to see that, let me know. It literally took like 4 days to build of just constant just iteration, and it's like you just basically get the link, you put the link in here, and you just let it rip. And then obviously you have to add your Apify account and then select the Apify actor, which is this one here. So of course I have a ton, so I'm not even going to get to that. And what this basically looks like then is when you have a bound result, right? You come through here, you open this up, and this data setup, right, has so much like stuff inside that you can use. Like it actually, like it's so insane. So it'll of course scrape the most recent video and how long it is, and like this is the free Smart Lead AI course, which is great and all. But what I'm actually interested in is the description here and then the channel links. So these details here, which is the description and the channel links, are super, super important to go ahead with trying to find this person's details. So just keep that in mind as we keep moving along. And then the next thing you want to do is you want to extract URLs and emails from this, from the channel description. So sometimes people will have their email URLs, like their emails inside of the description instead of having it behind like a gated wall. So that's like the easiest point of contact that you want to get first. And then afterwards you have to go through this whole fucking rigmarole of trying to find it. But this is the initial setup, right? And then so like for this one, like look, this like this person's description has 3 URLs or emails. And if I open this up, open. So this is consultant.com ESW. This is their Instagram, and this is their LinkedIn. This is all in the description, and this is excluding the Apify actor. So now we have to like merge this all together into like one kind of cohesive ball of shit. Sorry, shit. Sorry, impulsive thoughts. Right, continuing on. Um, Actually, I'm curious. Has this loaded yet? Yeah, so like as you can see, it'll just go through. If anybody knows any of these names, like obviously I'm in the cold email space, like Eric Nowalski, where is he? Smart Lead, Mitchell Keller, Christian. I never know how to say his surname. There's a few of these, but you get the point. You can copy and paste this for any industry. Right. So that's one way of getting all of these emails, right? Let's say you don't have access to that, like, and you just want to run this by yourself without using, well, you're trying not to use Clay anyways, right? You can run another Apify actor, which I will open up now. And this second Apify actor is pretty much, it's similar, but it just scrapes via keywords and searches. So it's this one here. And this is 50 cents per 1,000 users, which is fucking loads, man. Like it's loads, right? And this always has a bunch of searches on like who you want to search, but you want to remove them, and you just go to query wizard and you put in what you want search term wise in terms of keywords. I put on rating, English, United States, and this is 10. You can put this up to whatever you want. But remember, if you're using Clay, the 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 output of a cell is definitely smaller. If like if how do I describe this? The cell has an 8 GB limit. So when you are returning stuff via this, like you are probably smart to set up a return sequence where you only get certain parts of the JSON. It's a bit more difficult to describe, but look, just understand that you can do this. And then basically, this Appify actor, I had it up, I don't know why I closed it, but this Appify actor basically gets the idea, the URL, the name, tag, channel, description, etc., etc. Available countries, which is interesting. Okay. And yeah, you basically just want this. Everything else is pretty much irrelevant. And then you just have a write to table sequence, and you just import. You basically make a second table. You run results. So select a list from a column. You set up the results. You map over the name, the channel. And if you're wondering how to get this, by the way, you literally just go slash run Appify actor. You go and then you just find the one with the list, which is 10 items, and then you can do this. You click it open, and you just click insert all items, and then it'll map it over. Um, Subscriber count and URL. The reason we have subscriber count is obviously we don't want to talk to poor people in the nicest way possible. Right, and this is where a majority of my time has gone. That first bit probably took the guts of like 10 to 20 minutes. This took the guts of like probably 2 to 5 hours, depending on how many brain cells I used. I am lacking in certain departments, so brain cells is, I don't know, probably one of them, we'll see. But moving on, the way we have operated this is we have okay, we have mapped over. So this green part is the initial kind of hit bit, right? Okay, I'm going to move over description. I won't. Pretty much the URL, the channel name, and the description is all we have. And we have to get all the other details based off that one thing, right? So the first thing we did was we ran the same Appify actor, which gets the description. It gets it gets all the details you could possibly need, right? So if I come over here, yeah, this one here, because again, we want to scrape the details. So again, this is going to get slightly complicated. So I'm not gonna like buzz you off, but like you should probably pay attention. This gets very confusing. So, and I'll probably get confused explaining this because again, this is just one of those things, right? So the first thing you want to do is run that, and this basically gives you a description of the channel if you do or you don't have it already, right? And then what you basically do with this is, so let's just open this up. So you open this up, let's see, and you get all these, I'm gonna move my head over. You get all of these details, which is great. And now you have these details of subscribers, etc. You didn't really have that before. The first thing you want to do, right, is you want to run the extract URLs from text. And this is the same concept. It's the exact same concept. You put it in, you check if there's any URLs, any emails that are completely relevant to this, and you just put in the description, right? The next thing you want to do is you want to run this formula. And I'm going to bring this up and literally the exact prompt because this looks complicated as fuck. And it's like, okay, that's fine. So it's basically loop through email URLs, right? Because okay, so just to describe, this is like how Clay works. Where is it? So you want to loop through all of these. And if I go through, you want to loop through email URLs, right? Because each one of these it's in a list right now, and you can loop through them. So you can ask the AI to do that, or sorry, the bot. And if link type, so link type is a type inside of the email URLs. So if I open this and if I open this, if link type, so this is link type, is equal to email. So if it has an email, you are to output the value that is related and don't have it in a list. And what this basically does is it will loop through all of it, find ones that have emails, and ignore all the website ones because you don't want them, and then output the email. Right? This took a little bit to get right. Copy that whatever this prompt is, and you should get it. And then what you want to do is you now have these. So like these are like emails that you guarantee if you email them, they will receive it. There will be zero bounce, right? And then you can run it through that. That's the first thing. After that, we're gonna skip this bit because this is like later on. I just have it here because it just makes chronological sense, but the table doesn't work like that. Next thing you want to do is you want to start conserving credits, right? So you want to get their subscriber count and figure out if they have over a certain amount of subscribers. In this case, I have it set to 50. And I'll just show you the prompt here. Right? Because of course, again, you don't want to talk to poor people. So it's literally just like if subscriber count is greater than 50, right? You get true or false or whatever. You can do output yes or no. It doesn't really matter. My assumption is you guys are smart people and you can do this. And then this is where it gets kind of spicy. And I spent a bunch of time figuring this out, like a bunch. You want to first discern if the company or the YouTube channel is a personal or a company YouTube channel. This is really important because I then ask the AI to go look for details from that YouTube channel. But the issue is I do not want the company details. So you're going to have to pay attention to this. So I'm going to provide you with a YouTube URL. Your task is to analyze the channel and determine whether it is a personal brand or YouTube or company-based channel. Definitions. Personal brand YouTube channel is primarily run by an individual featuring content that is centered around a person, including a video title and channel name. You want to get the criteria right. And the main thing, the main differentiator between this and pretty much why this worked is because I said, check if the channel name includes individuals' names or recognizable nicknames. Example, John Doe Vlogs. If the channel name features a company name or brand, example this, classified as a company-based channel. Channel description. Analyze the channel description for the use of personal pronouns such as I and me. Personal brand channels typically discuss the individual's journeys, experiences. So what I've basically done is I've condensed it down, right? And I've said, look, please discern if it's a company or a business channel. And there's a lot of different ways of going out, like additional considerations. Look for titles that personal experience. Oh fuck, sorry. Um, Activities, my favorite recipe as indicator of a personal brand. Title that emphasizes product, services, or corporate. Content style. I'm gonna scroll through this so you guys can copy this if you want. Here you go. And then yeah, there we go. And this last bit was really important. Something to note is that personal brands are run by individuals that run businesses. This means that their descriptions and some of their titles and comments will reference the fact that they run a business. So this means that if they run a business, they can still be a personal brand. This is really, really important because frankly, a lot of this stuff just fucking like it was just so amorphous, right? And when I put it through, it labeled it wrong. And then the final thing is if subscriber count is empty. So that just means if this is empty, it'll keep going, which is just above 50. And to my absolute incredible happiness, because I spent so long trying to figure that out, is that they got it right. So Jeremy Dixon, definitely a person's name, personal brand. Company. Actually, what I can do is I can pull this over here for the time being, just to reference, right? Lead Zen AI, definitely a company. 30 Minutes to Presidents, definitely a company. I don't even know what that is, by the way. Sales Handy Company, SN Hidroy, personal, and a Nick Abraham, personal. So, how the fuck do I? Here we go. Yeah, so basically, like in that realm, now we have discerned if it is a company or personal classification. Wow, this is whoa, what is going on? Are we is my clay okay? And then from here, we then basically use link classification, which is going back to the Appify actor. I've now gone in, right? And I want to identify if I want to basically segment this into these different outputs. So what I did was I'm going to provide you with a list of URLs. Oh, oops. So this would be websites, calendar URLs, LinkedIn's, Instagrams, Twitters, Facebooks, etc. I want you to identify what type of link they are and output them accordingly inside your output. And the best thing I've ever figured out about ChatGPT, right? Other than the fact that it's AI and it's like the greatest thing in the world, is the fact that you can identify the Twitter, you can identify the LinkedIn, you can identify the website, the Facebook, the email, calendar URL, Instagram, and other, right? And you can segment this. So inside the output, it runs it inside of a JSON, and when the output comes, it'll segment it in such a way and it will respond accordingly. That sounds so convoluted, but pretty much, long story short, I give thing inside and it gives me output, which is very nice. So I pretty much gave it, I input all of the channel description links here into the AI alongside the email extraction, which I would have gotten. And what the output looks like then is this. Let me see. Where are we? Here we are. Well, that costs literally nothing. But this is what the output looks like then. So the website is website, calendar URL is URL. Let me see this one. This person had a bunch of stuff. So this is their Facebook, this is their LinkedIn, this is their Instagram, this is their Twitter, and it's segmented accordingly. And you have no idea how helpful this is, right? And then now we have that segmented. The idea is we now need to. I actually forgot what this other column was, bro. I built this table and I was like, I forgot what the beginning looked like. Um. Oh yes, right. And this also took a lot of my time, basically. And you should copy this prompt. Pretty much, I wanted to identify if this person or if I could get the missing links for whatever is missing. And I'm gonna be honest, this took so damn long. It was actually insane. But I'm going to I think if I can like I bring up Merlin, it should give me a spot to yeah. Because this is a it's just easier to have the output so you guys can see it. Yeah, okay, so it's basically you are an AI agent tasked with identifying and categorizing links from provided URLs. You will receive a list of URLs, which may include company websites, personal information sources, calendars, such as LinkedIn. Objective, your primary task is to analyze the provided URLs and classify them by their type. Additionally, you will search the web and find any missing social media profiles, blah, blah, blah. It is vital that you are thorough in this process, utilize all available, links, confirm links where possible, and leverage substantial credit, data, and CPU power to ensure comprehensive data retrieval. Wow, that is long. Um, where am I going with this? Yes, so basically, I then gave it like a criteria. So link consideration, if link does not exist or is inaccessible, do not include it in your output. Ensure accurate classifications based on associations with each URL. Give it examples of missing, like what it should do. So if any profile or URLs are missing, perform web searches to find them. For example, if a given LinkedIn or Instagram, conduct searches such as name, LinkedIn profile, etc. Okay, so you get the point, right? I'm going to scroll through this so you can have a look at it. Pretty much, I just gave it very, very comprehensive data on how it should go about trying to find these links, right? These additional links afterwards. And yeah, and then I just ran this, right? So this means that I have a segmented section and then I put it back in and we're going to re-output the segmented section. That is the idea behind this. And from there, we then had the response was great because we were able to find a bunch of information that we previously would not have been able to find. So this is their LinkedIn and their website. Of course, we don't have the email right now, which we have to find, and of course, they don't have Instagram or Twitter. This is ideal, anyways. Right? They just don't have it. I know for Nick Abraham, we got a bunch of his details. Yeah, so we got his email. I actually don't know how we got that. Bro, Clay is so crazy sometimes. Other is just other website. So Facebook. So this is his LinkedIn. This is his Twitter. And yeah, so those are his two details. So if you want to run like campaigns to this or something, you can do that too. Um, yeah, like this person has this is their Facebook, this is their website, this is their WhatsApp number, this is their email, this is their Twitter, Instagram. So this is their calendar URL, which I don't understand why I got, but whatever, right? And then from there, we then have to try and find the email of the person and also identify their company, find the decision maker of the person, and then find the decision maker of the person and then get the personal details of that decision maker. So we are then going to take advantage of this thing called waterfall, right? Where we are going to get their first and last name and run all the possible combinations to try to find this person, right? And I'm just going to pull this again because this prompt is the same but slightly different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this. Actually, it looks kind of nicer if I fuck. Yeah, but like this. It just looks more, right? So pretty much, you are an AI agent tasked with identifying links from provided URLs. The prompt is essentially the same, but the difference is it's a very subtle difference, but it's your primary objective is to Analyze the provided company URLs. Additionally, you will be given a founder's name of a founder or an individual associated with the company, and you will search the web to find their personal social media profiles or relevant information. Utilize your web scraping capabilities to locate any additional data related to this individual. And we basically go through and we adjust some of these examples here to be catered towards that. And then it's just here if you can find this founder slash CEO, that should be slash, actually slash, not slash. I want you to output their full name and nothing else. Output NA. So this is basically looking for the um, you are to find the sorry, yes, this looks for the owner of the company or the founder or the CEO. The only thing I need to build into this is one of them gave me two founders, like co-founders, right? And there is a way of building this in, obviously, where you turn it into a list and then you oh god, it's like a whole thing, right? And then you can like map it to a different table and then you can like do this whole process again. And I was like, this is great, but I'm okay for the time being. If someone wants that, you can do that. Okay. You go figure that out. Like even like I've spent so long building this. So there's that. And then from there, we then basically look for their social medias. And pretty much it just is like you are an AI agent tasked with identifying and categorizing links from the provided URLs. You will receive a list of URLs that include a company website and company social media accounts as well as the name of the founder. And then yada, yada, yada. You just go through and I'm looking only for the LinkedIn and Twitter specifically. I have the other details. I don't need them. Like those are the main two if I want to run outbound. And then instructions. I don't know why there's nothing here, but it works. So I'm just going to like not ask questions. Link considerations. Do not include the provided company URLs in the output. If the link or the Twitter handle does not exist or is inaccessible, do not include it in your output. Use the provided founder name and then give it examples on what to do. So use queries such as this, which is basically response, which is their name. And yeah. And then again, you can look at this in your own time if you want to go. Like I've just been chatting away, yabbering away like I don't know, just fucking yabbering away. And I just link all their stuff and then also the name of the person and happy days. And you segment it into Twitter, X, and LinkedIn. And then you basically only run this if this is a company based classified channel. So we found all their names, of course, but then for the CEO online presence to find it, we basically have only company and we only run the company ones because we actually have all the details for the personal one already. So like there's no need. And then from there, God, there's like this is pretty long, right? And but pretty much from there, we then map out the details. So this is website, this is Facebook, Instagram, and these are got we got these from the link classification, part two, and then we basically ran a merge column field for the LinkedIn and the Twitter. So this means we will test out looking for the CEO online presence first, and then we will do LinkedIn link classification afterwards. So we will always have a fallback on it. And if it doesn't run, then it's fine. So we will always have some sort of data there, as long as both of them found it, of course. Whew, okay. And then finally, we then have to try and find the email of said person. So pretty much the way this is going to look like is we come back over to the waterfall, which I was explaining earlier. This will only run when we found the name of the owner of the company CEO. And the way this will work is we will basically where's it gone? Oh yeah, here. We basically put it through a couple processes, which is lead magic, Prospeo, find email, and Hunter, to try find their email as like literally the founder of the company, right? And we just put it through and it will run through with this CEO company name. And then it will also be link classification. And I like to hide this because this just like, it's just fucking like there's a lot. And I'm not bothered. And I should also change this to not run if this is here, but like whatever, it doesn't do that anyways. And then at the end, right, we then have a custom waterfall value. I should my OCD. I want to turn that red as well. I'm gonna just hide that and just make myself happy, right? But as you can see, we had got some of the emails, and then what we did is we validated the email, and we have a master email column which we can map to, and then finally, we are very close. Just to the final bit here, which is the email. We then run an email column, which is basically we merge the columns together, and we obviously end up with this, which is a master email and an email extraction. And then now we have all the data necessary to run some sort of campaign. You want to map it to HeyReach, you want to map it to Smartly, you want to map it to Instantly, you do whatever the hell you want. You can map it to that, and we can run that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful. If you did find it useful, drop a sub, a like, whatever. Additionally, I also do run a lead generation agency where I build this stuff out for people, and if they want it in a house, they can, or we can just literally help you book calls. The link's in the description. That's up to you. If you want to click on it, you can. You want to see, you can. Otherwise, like, there's no need because I just put the stuff out for free. If you enjoyed this, like and sub. Otherwise, I will see you, and goodbye.